What's up, everybody? It's Gill-boy here, and I'm coming at you with a kind of a unique video today. As you can see, we are very much in the nerd closet here at the Lagoon, checking out all my Star Wars toys. But we're not going to be talking about Star Wars or the Great Arnolds or even Pumpkinhead, although I am very much ready for Spooky Month. It is, after all, one of the best holidays around, Halloween. But anyways, I just wanted to make a quick little video here because I know I haven't really been uploading videos. I haven't had the time with my work schedule. I've been kind of a mad hatter, as they say. Of course, we got to pay respects to Krennic and Lord Vader here, and the great Peter Cushing as Tarkin. He's not Victor Baron von Frankenstein in this, or Peter Van Helsing. But, you know, as I said, this isn't going to be a Star Wars related video. It's going to be kind of a unique comic book review of Bloodborne. Now, I know I've been streaming a lot of Bloodborne lately. It's one of my favorite games. I don't think that's a secret or anything. But I recently found out that the Bloodborne comics are still going strong, and in fact this is the newest limited edition but newest release that collects Bloodborne, the Bleak Dominion issues 1 through 4, and this is the new graphic novel that's come out. Now I just open this here. Hang on one second. Yeah, you just open this here and you can see how there's been plenty of volumes out right now. So they have a hard case box set that has the first 3 volumes. Now I have read, I think, up until here, and that one's really cool because it's got Elaine the Crow in it. But as far as this, I haven't read volume 4, nor have I read the Lady of the Lanterns. I do, however, have issue 1 of this, and it's really good. And then, of course, Lady of the Lanterns is followed up by the Bleak Dominion. So I just kind of want to give a little short review of this comic book. I kind of wish I was expecting that I was going to get this cover. Hang on, I think they have the covers in the back here. So I was kind of thought I got screwed over when I first opened it, but this is normally hang on, let's see, the camera can zoom in on it. Probably not. But you see it's got I call them the occultist, Thumerian occultist, but they're right keepers. Yeah, wow, the camera is just not wanting to work. Well, anyways, this is normally, like, if you Google it, this is like the image you will see of it. Golly, hang on. Come on, camera. You can do better. You're a smartphone after all, aren't you? Nah, it just can't focus. That's cool. Anyways, this is the cover that I thought I was going to get, so when I got, like, this cover, I was a little like, what's going on here? But they've got multiple covers. So, like, this is issue 1. And you see how many different covers that they have, variant covers for it. And, you know, that's kind of like modern comic book collecting for you anyways. You know, I'm one of those that I do like to buy, like, you know, graphic novels and stuff. But I prefer, like, single issues. But the problem with that is when you're collecting, like, single issue stuff like that, it gets, like, really expensive, like, really quickly. Especially related to these Bloodborne comics, because, like, that one cover that I thought was going to be the cover of this, that was, like, $80. So it's, like, a super rare variant. So anyways, follow me over here. All right. We're going to sit down now. And I just kind of want to go through the comic, by the way. So, like, you can see the art is really good. Like, I mean, that is just a sick panel. And anybody who's played the game knows that that's the Lord Loran Chalice Dungeon. And, yeah, the art is just phenomenal. So basically, the storyline of this issue is there's these 2 hunters called Abraham and Gretchen. And they've lost this young boy called Lucian, who's very much desperately been trying to prove himself as a young hunter. And his sister tragically passed during the Scourge. And so, you know, he feels like he wants to avenge her and prove himself as a hunter. But they are insisting that he's not ready. And it's like, you know, his apprentice, and this character was once her apprentice, kind of thing, you know. So you kind of get some really cool like character development, lore and stuff. And they go into the Chalice dungeon, and it even has that cool like transformation thing that the game does, like when you go into one, and you can see like they're in Lower Loran. And we'll look at a little more panels here because I don't want to fully spoil it. But yeah, see, there's Lucian or whatever. Yeah, hang on. But yeah, like if you've played the Chalice dungeons, like look, you know, I always say that they look like Michael Jackson. But yeah, if you've actually played the game, like you can see whoever wrote this definitely plays the game a lot and is a huge like nerd, and it's like a lot of fun. And got this sigil of Odie on there. But yeah, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, here we go. Turn right to the page. Bam. So like, yeah, those who've seen the stream, you know, you've seen the Bloodsuckers, you've seen the Ghost, you've seen the little lower guys. But I wanted to show you this thing. Like, yeah, they're just chilling, and they hear a bell ringing, and they're like, "What's going on?" And then, boom, it's the Bell Lady, and she summons all the spiders, and it's so cool. Like, it's so awesome. Like, I nerded out so much reading this comic. I really, honestly, I really cannot recommend it enough. Like, it's just so cool, and like the art is so good, and the detail's so great, and like all of these. So I definitely would give this 10 out of 10. Like, honestly, like I rate it that high. It's so good. And like I said, I'm kind of behind on several of the volumes, so I don't even really know what's going on, but it's not too complicated of a plot. And I think what they did right in this, and which is, you know, with volume 3, like when you take characters that are like from the game, like NPCs, you know, you're kind of playing a thin line with like the lore, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like there's established lore, and then this is like expanded lore. And I know a lot of like Bloodborne nerds may not know these comics exist, and those that do, who are more like lore purists, are like, well, this isn't a thing, right? But honestly, I don't see how any of the comics so far that I've read have contradicted anything from the game. But I will say, like, when you take an established character like Elaine the Crow and you put her in a scenario, you run a thin line of screwing up the lore. So I feel like the people who make these comics, which I believe is, what is it, Titan? Yeah, Titan Comics. Yeah, there's their logo there. If my camera will work. Yeah, it's super hard to film stuff like this, phone down. But anyways, so this Titan Comics seems to, maybe, I don't want to necessarily say a mistake, but they realize like we should probably just create our own characters and put it in this mythos, you know, this mythology of the Bloodborne universe. And I think it serves really well to do it in that manner. But like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to kind of make a little quick video to say hi to all of you. But I got this on sale. It was about $10. I think it goes for about $20. So I got it on sale pretty good. So I highly recommend reading this. Like, if you like comic books and you like horror comic books and like gothic horror and stuff like that, you know, Bloodborne is one of those, is a franchise that starts out like Dracula and then turns into Cthulhu. So it's awesome. It's like gothic horror that turns cosmic horror, and it synchronizes perfectly, and it's just, I think, one of the greatest horror, gothic horror, cosmic horror stories written in our time, honestly. It's definitely a love letter to Lovecraft and to Bram Stoker and Mary Shelley, and, you know, just all the greats, right? And so if you're looking for something to read this Halloween or this October, I would highly recommend picking up as many of these Bloodborne comics as you can. You will not regret it. It's so awesome. And then also, you know, play the game. I have plenty of streams with me playing the game, doing an entire playthrough as Ozzy and as a Lady Maria build and as Velma. Speaking of that, I'm going to probably go finish up her playthrough and then move to another game. So I hope to see you all there. But anyways, 10 out of 10, Bleak Dominion, pure perfection. I cannot recommend it enough. get this comic book, support Titan Comics, man. They're great. They also have Dark Souls comics, and I'm planning on checking out those, and I'm going to read all of these graphic novels. I'm going to end up buying them all, and then hopefully do a review video for each version, each storyline. But so far I'm starting here at the end, and I'm hoping that they're going to continue with the new series. If so, I'm going to have to go to my local comic book store and get a pull list, because I wanna read every Bloodborne comic. I'm starved for Bloodborne content. So if you want more, and you keep playing the game and you want more stuff, buy this, man. It's awesome. 10 out of 10. Check it out. Stay salty, stay spooky, and of course, always grant us eyes. Grant us eyes. Fear the old blood.